Hi, my beautiful friends. I hope that your new year has gotten off to a beautiful start, and I hope that you have an amazing and prosperous 2025. Can you believe that we are here? I was just getting acclimated to 2024, and now we're here at 2025. But I'm excited about the new year. Had a rocky December with being sick, but now I am feeling so much better and so motivated for the new year. But I had told myself that although I was not able to do holiday content this year back in December, I did want to commit to coming in January and sharing with you my tips on how to organize that holiday decor and all the essentials and how to kind of put all that stuff away. And then also just kind of what to focus on in January and how to bring that coziness to your home and that cozy mindset to your home after you put away all the decor, because that tends to happen. So a lot of times we have a beautifully decorated holiday home, and then when we put everything away, our home feels empty, and you get a little sad because you're so used to all the lights and the color and all the beautiful things. And so I want to just kind of help with my tips to help regroup in that. So I'm going to take you through and show you how I packed up my things. Also, I'm going to take you up into my attic so you can see how I arrange and store all of my holiday essentials. And then I want to share with you also just some of those tips on things that you can do to really, or things that I would encourage you to focus on in January so that you bring that cozy back to your home. So let's jump right in. Okay, friends, Boyd's Holiday Central is packed up and ready to be stored away for next year. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to really share with you my process for organizing our holiday decor and how I make it easy for us. This has been a system that I have used for so many years. Some of you have seen it in previous years, but I love bins when it comes to organizing my Christmas, and I love even more categorizing those bins. And so for me, it's about having everything so that I can look at it, know what it is, get to it, and determine if I'm going to use it this year or if I'm not, or whatever I'm going to kind of pick from the items. And the bins, sometimes they take a beating over the years. I'll replace one if they need to be replaced, and I love them because I can just kind of keep everything like Bentley and Albert's Christmas pet things in one bin, all my mantle stockings, because some years it's just Mike and I may use one set and then I have one for every family member. And one quick tip about the stockings is to keep your holder or any little stocking hangers or decor pieces on the inside of it, or if you have stocking stuffers such as things you're going to regift or you caught some after Christmas sales, keep them in the stocking for next year. You're already prepped a little bit. I would not put kind of things, perishable items or anything, but anything that you want to have for next year, go ahead and put it in the stocking. Now let's talk about those bulbs, because I like to put about 4 or 5 Christmas trees, and so that is a lot of bulbs. For all of us Christmas lovers, we know that that's a lot of bulbs. And so I like to just go around, get my basket, go around, shop my trees, take everything off, put them on the kitchen table, dining room table, and then I'm able to categorize and put the collections together. But in Ziploc bags, I put the inexpensive plastic ones because I do use those as little fillers all around. And so this is so handy for that. And I'll link those Ziploc bags below. They are so handy for so many decor pieces. Now, for my inexpensive breakables that are like my fillers, these right here, I keep in these organizers because they really just help me, again, categorize, but keeps them protected. Now, for my beautiful ornaments, the ones that I just would never want to get broken at all, this is the cart that I use. It's the Balsam Hills cart. I have 2 of them. I love them because they're so easy, especially if you are one that puts up multiple trees in your house, because they roll. You can roll around and really enjoy the process of doing it, but then also have the security I love, and this is not sponsored by the way, but it's truly a cart I love because it allows me to easily store the items without me being fearful that they're going to break or bend. And then also it lets me put them in color coded so that when I am decorating different trees, I can just roll around and use what I need to use, but I can see everything I have, right? I'm not having to look in a bin to see, do I have this color, or just kind of grabbing what I have. I can see everything that I have and then really get creative when it comes to decorating the tree depending on what colors I choose, for the year. So this has really, really been handy as far as doing that. But again, not that all of these are the expensive bowls, but they're ones that I don't want to bend or break, and ones that I want to be able to shop for my trees when it's holiday time. So I'm always thinking about being efficient when I'm putting my stuff away, and then making sure I'm only putting away the things that I want to keep, and then moving along anything that I don't want again. So it's important to declutter before you don't want to store away things that you really don't want. Just go ahead and move them to a family member or a friend. Now, Mike and I, we don't do a lot of Christmas lights outdoors or anything like that, and our trees have built-in lights. So this is all we have, and it's for our shrubs. We have shrubs, and we have 8 shrubs that we put 8 of these net lights on, and so this is perfect for that. And again, we moved into this house about 2 years ago now, and so I did adjust our Christmas storage a little bit to fit this house. So that's why it's important to declutter and reassess every year before you store everything back in the attic. And so once everything is kind of packed away, I like to then just move it into the area close to the attic so that we can then, and I'll take you my attic in a minute and share that with you. But the bin system has really, really worked great for me. I used it when we were a military family, when we moved so much, because it really just helped easily unpack and then easily put things back. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button along with the bell. I would love to have you as a part of the At Home with Nikki family. And so let me take you through a few of the bins just so you can see kind of my process for organizing within the bins also. And so I want to start with kind of blankets, those holiday blankets that I like to put over my sofa, over the beds, and just decorate with, or just for coziness. And I like to use kind of a filing system, like a file folder, so that when I open the bin, I can easily look down in them. I keep our holiday pajamas in the back with the blankets, and that way it's just kind of the holiday linens. They don't have to take up space in our home throughout the year, but I know they're here and easy to get to. And in between the blankets, I like putting a little dryer sheet just to keep them fresh. It's just really helpful. But it's even helpful, it's really helpful to fold them in a way that when you look in the bin, you can see all of your inventory. Now, another thing that is a big part of my holiday decor are the little tabletop trees. Use them, all the time during the holidays to kind of decorate tablescapes, or just little tables, or in the bedroom, wherever. Everybody knows these little handy trees. And so one key thing is I like putting all of the randoms down below at the bottom. I like all the flock one down below at the bottom first, because I don't want all the flocking everywhere. And then I put everything else like items together. But you notice here that I'm alternating. I'm putting the bases so that they alternate. This is that space saver. By alternating, I'm kind of balancing out the bin and balancing out the weight, not necessarily the weight, but just kind of making more balance and creating more space for the little trees. And so I find that this is the best way to really be able to fit a lot of trees, a lot of the tabletop trees into a bin, because my idea is I didn't want to have multiple bins of this. I just wanted to know that I had my tabletop tree bin and all of them are in there, whether it's the taller ones that I usually use in my living room, or the ones that just kind of use on the kitchen or wherever, but they're all right here, easy to use. So you see how I'm just turning it around, and see the difference that makes just by making that little turn. And I have a lot of these, and look how I'm able to fit all of them in here because of just that simple thing of flipping them around and just making sure that I balance it out. Now I have a lot of those. I like those berries and just sticks that we put in our trees and things like that. And it's important for me that I want things so that when I decorate the next year, I can just easily come to it and use it, and kind of grouping them together. And so these are the longer ones that I have that I love using sometimes maybe in my dining room Christmas tree, sometimes maybe in the entryway. But it has this tray, and again, this is a Balsam Hill cart also. Again, all of my organizers, I'll try to find them and link them below. But see, here is that Ziploc bag with those non-breakable bulbs. I keep all of them just kind of in here. It makes it easy to just get my filler bulbs. And again, these are inexpensive. They're plastic, but they make for great fillers. And so have those in the Ziploc bag there. I also have little spritz like velvet covered little sprays and just kind of other little berries, and I kind of categorize them like items together and then put them all in one bag. Again, because when I'm decorating, oftentimes these are the things that you want to pull to put on your tablescape, or pull to put in kind of little filler things. And then I also keep my tree toppers in the center here. And so everything, this bag, friends, it holds more than it even looks that it holds. It really does. And then all of my ornaments. So other than bulbs, all of things like this is all of my, not all of my, but my subscriber friends. I had a event, and so I framed our little pictures together. And so those, when I had my office and also in some of my home trees, I like to put some of you guys on the trees. So really cute there. I love picture frames as ornaments. And then also just other little ornaments. Ziploc bags can be your best friend. And then it just helps because I'm able to lay them flat and lay them out and easily see them when I'm lifting it out, but everything is kind of grouped together. I just find that this is just a simple way. Put it back on top, zip it up, and good to go. And then for like gift wrapping stuff, I have them in the containers. A lot of times, you know, I like to have the things that I use for, we like to do things in our community for the holidays. So I like to use those bins for all the supplies there too. And then these vinyl laundry bags are so great for the outdoor trees. And I tie the Balsam Hill ribbon around to know that those are my Balsam Hill trees, and then the one that are not don't have the ribbon. And then also these hefty bins are ones that I use also to do a lot of my like Christmas pillows. I also use them for like my candy bar items and my cookie bar items and things like that. I do vacuum pack my pillows because some of them I have actual pillows and not pillow covers, and this really helps me be able to stack and save space in the bins. And then this is like my candy bar bin. I have all of my containers that I use to create my beautiful deer candy bar, and I like keeping them all in one place, and they fit in here nicely. I got a lot of these at like Home Goods and Ross and places like that, and so love being able to just come here and just easily put up the candy bar. And speaking of candy, if you have those leftover candy canes and things like that, throw them in another one of those Ziploc bags, put them in the freezer, and candy canes can tend to last for a year. So I can use them in the next Christmas and pull them out so they don't go to waste. Now we're up in the attic, and so everything has been put in the attic. And like I said, we have, and you know what? During the spring, I want to take you through and show you the 3 different attics we have, because this is the larger attic, and this is one half of that attic, and this is Christmas Central. So this is only Christmas stuff over here. And I like for things to be arranged so that we're not just stacking bins in front of each other, and so that it's just to kind of have a packing in method. To me, that does not work. That's overwhelming. On this side here is where we have all our Christmas trees. Like I said, I have like 4, I think maybe 5 Christmas trees. Excuse me. I also like to have open space to be able to walk. I create aisles so that I can walk and get to any bin, and they're not just kind of pushed against each other to make it like a task to get to something. So I really like, I always think about a grocery store. I like being able to walk around and choose and pick what I want to pick out and what I want to use for that year. And so this is just kind of the system of how I love to organize our holiday decor. But the biggest tip that I can share with you, friends, is to declutter. Don't store away those things that you do not want. I feel like every year I can declutter Christmas stuff, and every year I do. I'm always passing stuff on as I'm finding that I'm no longer connected to it, or I get new things and I'm just kind of switching out. But this right here is my way of doing it. I found that it has worked for years and years and years for Mike and I. Of course, our homes have been different, but the process and how we categorize and store our things have been the same. So I hope you have found my tips helpful. I am coming to you, not the next video, but the video after, to talk about, now that everything's packed away, let's talk about how to bring the cozy back to our homes. So I hope that you all are doing great. I will see you at the next video. And by the way, I'm so sorry about my voice. It's a little raspy right now. Have a beautiful day, my friends. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.